We've just hopped down from St Vincent to Carriacou, which is part of Grenada. And this morning when we were clearing out with customs, the volcano in St Vincent, Mount Soufrière or something like that, has blown its lid. So we couldn't really see anything apart from a bit of a haze, but maybe it was just a hazy day. And then we were sitting around having tea earlier and we just noticed a big ash cloud, which is definitely part of the volcano. But yeah, you can make it out quite well at the moment actually.
Hey, I'm Matt, I'm from Manchester, 20 years old, and I am currently trying to travel the world in COVID. It's been a bit of a pain, but I finally made it inside. living with the guys in Elixir, which is pretty cool. It's a big volcano, first ever volcano I've ever seen. It's probably has, what do you reckon, 60k?
Yeah, like 40 miles.
Pretty high, it's pretty clear. When the
Yeah.
car in front of it. Yeah.
I hope that everyone's okay on St Vincent. All the people that didn't want to get out of the evacuation. So, yeah, we saw boats in Union. They were sailing up to go and pick up people, like some of the big
Fishing vessels.
big local boats, to pick up some of the Union inhabitants and bring them home. But yeah, they put people on cruise ships. Someone was telling us.
It's a dangerous little world.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
We were pretty happy to hear the good news that everyone was evacuated from the red zone safely, and our thoughts went out to all the amazing friends we'd made in St Vincent. With our slow boat, we felt a little helpless during the eruption, yet also extremely fortunate to have the freedom to sail away from it all. After a 5-day quarantine, we officially entered into the sleepy island of Carriacou. We caught up with Matt and Suzanne on board Hecate, explored a few trails before sailing south to Grenada, the Spice Island, to experience something completely new.
We are in True Blue Bay, this really nice hotel called True Blue Boutique Resort said that we could come and stay in this amazing villa for a few nights free of charge, so we could have a little break from boat life, and it's just amazing. It feels good to have slept in a bed that's not moving around. I'm actually looking out the windows of the living room at the moment, and I can see the bay, and there's some pools. There's a few different pool areas. There's a rum shack which plays super music most of the time. Soca, whoops. They do really nice food, and a really cool thing we found out is that they've got quite good environmentally friendly practices. Here they recycle, which isn't standard in the Caribbean, and they also have like solar panels and their own biomass food waste generator, so they can turn the food waste into gas, which is, we really like that because, you know, it helps the environment. So out here we have the balcony, and this is our view. This is the living area. This is where you can just hang out and chill. And this is the table. Yeah, the thing I really like about it is that it's almost like being in a lodge in the Alps or something, but obviously we're in the Caribbean, so quite cool.
This is the first bed I've slept in like months. It's perfect. The bathroom is literally bigger than Elixir. Some more beds here for the rest of the crew.
Some wine.
Oh, there's the butter. So that's good. It's not too bad actually.
Also, I really like the complimentary shampoo. Because you can just lather like a massive handful.
Yeah.
Which is
I mean, it is all complimentary though, really.
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough. And just get in the pool there.
Either the toilet flushes, you'd have to pump it.
It's quite a Dutch toilet though, because it's sick. Just see the shit. And it disappears. Do it and examine.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
After our 2 nights of absolute luxury, we all squeezed back into Elixir and then spent a few days exploring Grenada's waterfalls and jungle trails before saying an emotional goodbye to 2 of our crewmates.
Sailing on Elixir for the last few months has been just an incredible experience. I think the most amazing thing for me was seeing her transformation from a bit of a wreck in the back of a boatyard, and then watching how much hard work went into the restoration and how much everyone put into it, and even, you know, helping do a bit of sanding and helping with the project and seeing it all unfold, and then a few months down the line being able to have the opportunity to come and meet up with Max and everyone in the Caribbean, and seeing her in Blue Lagoon just having crossed the Atlantic was a really, really special moment. And it just made me think that if you work hard enough that anything is possible, and also just that idea of no boundaries and freedom with sailing that I don't think you get with many other things. And yeah, I've totally fallen in love with it, and all I want to do is learn how to sail now and be a skipper myself one day. So yeah, it's exciting. I think the highlight for the trip for me has been like how much I've learned in such a short space of time. Going from just having a rushed comp crew week on board another boat, that was all my experience I had, and then to have almost 3 months on Elixir and learning so much so rapidly has just been really invaluable. But also obviously being able to go to uninhabited islands and go to places you wouldn't be able to get to unless you had a boat just opened my eyes to the level of adventure that you can have with a boat that you wouldn't be able to have if you were travelling on land or by air. Travelling by sail is so much more sustainable and less harmful for the environment, which is really important to me. And so I think I'm going to just try and sail everywhere from now on. Not fly. I think the best advice I could give for someone wanting to get into sailing is to at least do a small course if you can afford it, or save up for a small course before going, so you can have a bit of an introduction to what life is like on a sailing boat, because I feel like if I hadn't done that, it would have come as a bit of a shock, and it's good to know that you're comfortable on a boat before you go on to one. And yeah, the other thing is to just open your horizons, I guess, and not think that you're stuck somewhere, and just get onto the Facebook pages and maybe join a club, but just do as much sailing as you can. And if you love it, then the community is so welcoming and incredible that you'll soon get the opportunity, or an opportunity like this. One of the biggest things was like coming out here with no experience sailing and no experience like staying on the sea for over a night and coming out and realizing how incredible it is to be so close to the water, like in this cabin underneath here, and hearing like the waves next to you and feeling the connection to nature. And it's really been eye-opening, like living off-grid as well with solar panels, and I've learned so much being here. I think the biggest thing I've gained is just like getting onto a boat for the first time and falling in love with it, and then now I want to save up for my own boat in the future, and it's been the most inspirational trip I've been on, and I've really loved slowing down, like not driving places and going with the natural elements rather than rushing from place to place. And I think it's been so incredible for my anxiety. It's helped me to just like realize that there's not so much of a rush to life, and to have this goal of saving for a sailboat is something that will really help me like progress, I think. So yeah, the highlights is the people that you meet. Like everyone's a traveller, everyone is connected to nature, and everyone has that connection to the ocean, and it's like finding like-minded people and just like hanging out with them and getting a connection to other people as well. Before I came on Elixir, I wasn't too sure of the realities of boat life, and I think one of the biggest lessons I learned is that there can be, on a boat, you can have probably the most incredible experiences of your life, whether it's waking up for the sunrise and watching like cascades of pink illuminate the water around you, or anchoring it somewhere like Tobago Keys and swimming with turtles for the first time. There's like the highs are really, really high, and then like the lows can actually also be like really difficult. And I think one of the times where I learned the biggest lesson was that the boat it can look after you, but you have to be knowledgeable about like the way it works and things to look out for. And I think the biggest thing for me was the boom because yeah, I got hit by the boom at one point, and I think that just showed me that, you know, you are on like it's a moving transient thing, and you have to be aware of where it's going. It's almost like Elixir has a life of her own, and I think any boat has, you know, their ways about them, and understanding those and being respectful of the boat you're on is really important. And also being prepared to, you know, get a bit knocked about and all of that, but it all is totally worth it in the end. And yeah, I wouldn't trade in the lows, because then the highs wouldn't seem so special, I guess.
Thanks for watching another one of our little updates. We're really stoked that you're interested in keeping a track on us and our journey. It would really help the channel out a lot if you could like this video and then subscribe to our channel. It really means a lot. And if you really want to help keep Elixir afloat and sustain this journey of ours, then we've set up a Patreon account where we're gonna set up monthly live streams of Elixir and all her crew, so you can get to know everything that's going down on board the boat and get to know us really well. Thank you so much for the support. It definitely means a lot, and yeah, looking forward to the next update.